Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Nancy, and today I'm going to share with you a slight obsession I have with Disney stuff. So if you're a Disney fan, definitely stay tuned for this one. It's Mickey Mouse's 90th anniversary this year, so there's a ton of Mickey madness everywhere you turn, every store, they have it. But I picked these up on his 89th birthday, and what I'm talking about is the Disney Magic Holiday Lighted Topiary. So that's what it looks like back here. They are kind of spendy. Let me tell you, they are sold at Lowe's, and I picked them up last year. Basically, they were 50% off, which to some, I know, is still really expensive. Instead of them being $129 a piece, yes, one of these 3 foot high, approximately, lighted Mickey Topiaries is $129 at Lowe's. I got them for 50% off, so basically I got 2 for the price of 1. So 65 bucks, still expensive, but way more reasonable than $129. Now, they are selling them again this year, and they also have a new one. I'll go ahead and insert that image right here, where it is all ornaments and like bulbs, like tree decorating bulbs that make the topiary. And the online pictures of it do not do it any justice. It is absolutely beautiful in person, but again, full price is $129 for any lighted Mickey topiary from this company called Gemma. And I believe they are just sold at Lowe's. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it kind of looks like when it's lit up and magnificent, and also tell you a few things about it at the same time. So the instruction booklets that you get French, Spanish, and English, and you just get very simple instructions, almost kind of like IKEA instructions. But basically the box will come with this little packet right here. Sorry, it's got like tape stuck to it. Okay, done making a mess. You get a bunch of little extra zip ties, which are very, very handy. Although if you don't have them in the box, and I think the first box I got didn't have them inside, it's not a big deal because you can use any dark green colored twist tie if you need to. And I do find that you do need to add some, to secure the items together, you do need to use a few of these. So even when the holiday season ends and you got to pack it back away, and if you want to use the same box that it came with, you're going to have to snap these zip ties off and in order to separate the pieces and put it away. And you'll see what I mean when I take the other one out. And then you have your extra bulbs and fuses, and they're wrapped, which you can't really see right there. So there definitely is a front and a back to the face and the ears. You do have to be aware of the light placement, and you might not be aware of it until you actually put everything together and plug it in, or if you plug it in while it's laid out on the floor. But to adjust those things, not a big deal. You literally just kind of pluck the ear off, turn it around, and then plunk it back in. So that was super thing that's easy to fix, but something to just be aware of if you decide to get these for yourself. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut away to a different area where I'm going to actually unbox the other ones that I haven't, so you can kind of see how you go about putting everything together. So let's go ahead and get to that in just a second. Okay, so here we have the box. The one thing, you may or may not want to do this on carpet because it is a glittery hot mess, and you know the thing about glitter, it will keep on surprising you for months to come. And if that's not your jam, I would definitely assemble these outside or on a hard surface so they can be mopped up or vacuumed up a little bit more easily. But this leaves a huge glitter mess, so be aware of that. Now, here is kind of how I was mentioning, where they tell you to, you know, spread everything out so you can work with it, but I can't move it because of the electric the cord for the lights. So you kind of, and it doesn't come packaged like this. This is just how I was able to reassemble it. But here, for example, is one of the ears, and you get these two like half spheres, and I wish I could show this to you a little bit closer, but let me see if I can zoom in on this. I don't know if you can see, but right here is like a little prong, and then right next to it is a little, which is kind of hard to see, but I think you can kind of see my skin kind of poking through. So what happens is you match up the hole with a prong on this side, and I broke one last year, so there should be a prong here and a hole, and you insert it and it kind of holds it together for you like that. So there are a few other that I did not break, so I'm just kind of pinching them together, and that'll kind of get us started. And let's see. So here, I don't know if you can kind of see that. Here is the pole that you're going to insert into the actual huge Mickey head, which will prop his ears on top of his head. Well, I can see. I don't know if you can see. Oh, look, they do come with a few bald spots, but the idea is that from a distance, these are technically outdoor decorations, something you can put on your front porch or at your doorway. You're not going to notice that kind of thing, especially at night when it's sparkling, but you can always go to your local craft store and fill them in with some seasonal sparkly foliage if that bothers you. But there will be some blind spots, and this doesn't really flex and bend to like fill in the spot. So you can kind of push it in that area and maybe kind of fill it out, but it doesn't really stay. So that's just something to be aware of. But anyways, like I was saying, here is the side there aren't any lights, and this side has the lights. So this is the side that you'll want to face forward when you're assembling it. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble this other one. And one thing that kind of will help you as a guide is they do come with one zip tie already kind of put in there for you. This is not one that I added in. This is one that they have it come assembled with. So that'll help you kind of line up your halves so you're not, it kind of acts like a hinge so you're not guessing about it the whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out of the box somehow, and this is always a difficult part. And here is the bow and the pole. This is what it kind of looks like. So this is where you're going to insert the head on top of here, and it's going to lock into place. And same thing, it's going to lock into the base. You can see that kind of mechanism at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and put that to the side and go ahead and get the head out of the box. And here we go. Now for the head, you're going to want to find where, okay, what is the front and what is the back? So, okay, what I did find for you is the bottom of the base. So that's going to lock into that pole that I just showed you. So if that is the bottom, here is the top, and here we go. I'm starting to see the lights here. So this is the front. So while I'm getting Mickey's head together, I'm going to again look to make sure where the lights are at before I input these. And let me show you here on the top. I don't know if you can kind of see that. Here is where you're going to pop the ears into place. Do you see that little square pipe? So let's see, that is the front, this is the front, and I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I kind of push the wire to the back of the head so that it doesn't get propped into the front. I've got one ear in place. I'm gonna go ahead and get the other ear in place. Oh, you kind of saw how that just plopped back into the box. Okay, see the temporary kind of fasteners really don't hold the ears together. So what I do is I just kind of get them on the head first, and then I'm gonna tie it down. All right, so in this green mess you see, I have the head assembled. Okay, so sorry, here you go. So of course I did not need to do this in the box. I don't know, I tried thinking that this was actually going to reduce the amount of glitter that's all over the floor, but you know. Okay, so this is the front, but you can see I've got a wire for the lights in the front. So once I get this out of the box, I'm gonna lift the ear out and push the wire behind it. But it essentially is ready to take out of the box. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that to the side. And here is the bait. So I am a stickler for keeping things in its original packaging. So that is why everything always, I think, lasts me a little bit longer. So if that's something you can remember to do, always put it back in its original packaging. It protects it from scratches and all that good stuff. Let me get the box out of the way. Okay, so here we have the base, and here we have the pole. So let's see, we've got his trouser buttons on the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in there. And it kind of acts just like an attachment to a vacuum cleaner. It just kind of locks into place down there so that doesn't move. The one thing it does not do is this pole does not go any taller than what it is. If it did, it would be top heavy and it would topple over. And this bow is just kind of like your standard glitter bow that you could probably buy at, you know, a dollar store. So there's nothing very fancy about this bow, but it does come with it, and it just ties on with a little wire tie. And I will go ahead and plop the head on here. Here is again that little the pole that you just kind of insert on top of here, click it into place, and we are done with the assembly. Now I think that's right, you can't quite see it from this angle, but let me try and fix that. So here's this wire. I'm going to go ahead and take the ear out real quick. I'm going to scoop that behind with my finger. There we go. So that ear is back into place, and there you have it. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to you like a normal person instead of on my floor, and I will cut away to a picture of this beautiful sparkling Mickey Mouse topiary. Okay, so there you have it. I do hope this video helped you decide whether you'd like to purchase or not purchase one of these beautiful Mickey Mouse topiaries, lighted topiaries that are being sold at Lowe's. I bought something else, so stay tuned for that. I did buy another complimentary accessory to go with these topiaries this year because I couldn't help myself. So if you stay tuned, I will show you that. in the next video. All right, thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you have questions or comments. List them down below. Go ahead and click that like button. I would love to know that you like this content, and subscribe if you'd like to be reminded of the next time I upload a video. Other than that, I hope you have a good day or good night wherever you are, and I hope you enjoyed this kind of impromptu holiday festive vlog. All right, thanks. Bye.